I'm about to go bold with a quick announcement. Big matchup here in Ligue between PSG and Lyon that has Messi that just became the player with the most assists this season. He's about to go bold. The deal is Ligue 1 for only $5 the first month, community. That is, in fact, a bold deal. And with Sling TV, you watch the best football for the best price, community, with Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. Comment who will win the Ballon d'Or, maybe. Don't sleep on Lyon, community. Lacazette, Ekambi, Tete, and Wonderkid magician Ryan Shirky. With Sling TV, you watch the beautiful game, community, for the best price with Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar this weekend. Click in this link in bio. What's up, guys? Here with you, FC Wonderkid. Here with my guy, Pedro. How are you?
Hey, Alex. I'm fine, but first of all, and most importantly, above football,
Yes.
both of us, I think, would like to express our condolences to the royal family and to all of Great Britain's people for the passing away of Queen Elizabeth II. Tragic moment. And all our respects to all the people out there going through this, worldwide, not only in Great Britain. So, yeah, first of all.
And I really want to give a big shout out, to Queen Elizabeth. It's very, very sad all that happened. And it's a big, big moment in history. And actually, she she awarded Pelé a Sir Pelé, okay? But he's not English. But she gave that nomination to Pelé. And that shows his greatness. And I gotta respect that happening. And David Beckham, okay? And Sir Bobby Charlton. And Sir Alex Ferguson, okay? So, yes. But let's mention the Premier League, that it's the start. And let's start with Arsenal, okay? It's first in the table. And Arteta ball seems to be real. But not against Man United. But everything, the rebuild is going well, isn't it?
Yeah, finally we can see that everything that Arteta plans inside his head is coming true this season, okay?
True.
We can see a game style, we can see a game plan. We could see it in the past seasons, but they were not having that inch of luck that was needed to surpass maybe some barriers, some barriers. And now we can see Arsenal playing it's very similar to Pep's style of play at Man City. Arteta learned from him, but now you have those key players performing, okay?
Exactly.
Putting in those goals, putting in those assists. I'm talking about Martin Odegaard. I'm talking about Gabriel Jesus, who have been absolutely balling. And
Great
one final piece that was missing at the back at Arsenal, which is Saliba. And I think that Arsenal's building an amazing core to maybe, who knows, in the near future, clinch the title.
Saliba has just arrived, 21 years old, and by many, understandably so, is one of the best center backs in the Premier League. He's got to be selected for France, in my opinion. And by mentioning the back, I want to give a special shout out to Zinchenko, okay? He's doing that Arteta style of play, what Arteta wanted, be true at Arsenal. I do believe that Zinchenko can play in the midfield if it's needed, and at the left. So gives that Tierney competitiveness, in my opinion, that was needed. So Odegaard, Saliba, I want to see Fabio Vieira, Jesus, Zinchenko. A lot of players are getting better in this style of play this season with Arteta.
Maybe the only problem is at the right back. I don't see a world-class player.
Tomiyasu. I like Tomiyasu.
I like him, but I think that for a title-clinching team, I don't know if he's gonna do the job.
But I like Tomiyasu. We might see more of Tomiyasu in the future. I say Ben White. I agree. They need a replacement right back, but I don't think Ben White's playing badly. But he
plays better at the center.
Yeah, but I still think at the center, Gabriel and Saliba, what a duo with Ramsdale too. Like, those three are great to watch. And again, with Zinchenko, with the build-up play and decision-making, give that ball to Saliba or Zinchenko at the left. So things are much better. Martinelli. We gotta shout out to Martinelli.
Yeah, he seemed to have regained his confidence.
Yes, no injuries. So no injury, Martinelli. is baller. So the only thing I have to judge though on Arsenal is they didn't get Douglas Luiz. I was expecting a replacement midfielder for if Thomas Partey doesn't play. It's Lokonga still, and Douglas Luiz would fit so well at Arsenal, okay? With Gabriel Jesus there, with Martinelli there, with Gabriel at the back, and that young core, and that it's the spot that they need. They just need a filler. And another winger, maybe. Mudryk. Have you seen that great player?
Do you reckon that without a replacement for Thomas Partey, they can maybe be contenders for the title this season?
No,
you don't think so?
The title contention, I think that game with United answered me for a game against City too, because I think City can beat this Arsenal team. I think it's going to be a difficult game for City because Arteta knows them. But in the long run, consistently, I still go with City this season, in my opinion. Okay.
But both the game styles will fit. It's not the same as playing against United. Okay.
I agree.
United plays with transitions and counterattacks, while
Agreed.
City tries to gain the possession, just like Arsenal. But City can be dangerous too in the counter.
And I do think United playing like that was unexpected.
And listen, Alex, I wouldn't be surprised in a matchup of Arsenal against City if Arsenal dominated the possession. And City played in the
Emirates.
Yeah.
In the Emirates. Arteta ball.
Because City is known for the possession game, but they are quite deadly in the counter-attack as well. We cannot underestimate them because City, they know that tempo when they need to start running when KDB touches the ball to do the final third pass.
And it's a different style of play now this season. But people, tell us your thoughts with Arsenal. Will Arsenal win the league or will they be in the top four? Because Arteta this season must get top four with all that money spent. And we mentioned City fast. And we gotta say, Erling Haaland, 6 games, 10 goals, 1 assist. Will Haaland break the record of 32 goals of Mo Salah? I do think so in the next 3 years. Will it be this year?
Yeah, that's a true question. $1 million question. I think that he can surely make it.
Yes.
He's surprising me actually because
Fast.
after the first game against Liverpool in the Community Shield, I didn't think Haaland was going to perform this good, okay? And I think it would take some time to fit in. He completely smashed this series, okay? He's being unbelievable. One of the best starts ever in the Premier League. He already has 10 goals in the first 6 matches, which is crazy, man.
1 assist.
Crazy.
Like, and 1 touch per game? I'm joking. Like, minimal touches for a striker in the Premier League per game too. Like the effectiveness. And the scary thing too is he's just arrived with Pep Guardiola. And it's not even the KDB. Like, I respect that. Elite levels this season. But I'm more scared about Phil Foden in the next 3 years with Erling Haaland. That link-up has elite potential. And the thing with City too, I think there's players there that want to win now. Walker, Laporte, Ruben Dias, Ederson, Bernard Silva, Gundogan, all players that their legacy is changed this season. And they have a clear intention to win the Premier League again and get that treble. So Guardiola, in a transfer season that a lot can judge, a lot of people can judge the outs, Sterling, Jesus, Zinchenko, they're still good ins. And Julian Alvarez too, I gotta mention him.
Yeah, he's... with this Haaland start, he's a little bit shadowed.
Yes.
With this Haaland start, but he's actually playing well as well.
I agree.
He scored a brace on the last match that you City won 5. Was it 5?
Yeah, but so and then they have a draw too. Aston Villa, that was surprising too.
Yeah. But listen, Alex.
Yeah.
Talking about Haaland again.
Yes.
This is surprising because he is already breaking records. In less than 6 matches, he was the fastest player ever in the Premier League to score 2 hat-tricks by 14 matches. He did it in 5. The second player, who I don't recall, did it in 19.
So if Man City win the Champions League with Haaland and win the league,
No
Haaland,
doubt Ballon d'Or.
woo, Haaland at 22 right now. Like, that is Valhalla
Unfortunately for us Portuguese guys, we are witnessing the end of the Ronaldo Messi era. And now it is time for Haaland Mbappe era, in my opinion.
Hey, that's a bold way of ending the Man City talk. But tell us, what do you think about Man City and Erling Haaland potential. Bold claims right here. And we mentioned Ronaldo era. So, Man United, okay? Let's talk about it. And I want to start by saying the biggest shout out I want to give to Man United is Lisandro Martinez, okay? Changing the team at the back, giving a lot of attention to Dalot that he deserves, okay, with those passes. The ball playing capabilities of Martinez, the interceptions, the blocks. This is a player that has changed Man United, in my opinion. And finally, the players are being loved by the fans too. Like, the actual link between the fans and the players is there. And Martinez, Anthony, Malacia, a lot of these signings are doing just that. Emotional. It's fantastic, man, for United.
Yeah, let's start with the good stuff about Man United, because there's a lot of bad stuff. Not a lot, but a few bad stuff to talk about as well. Yeah, Lisandro Martinez was the missing piece at United's back four, okay? Finally, Maguire, we can see him on the bench. And we can see the difference that it makes to have a ball playing defender at the back.
And Varane, big boy Varane.
And you know what? Some people doubted him. Some people said, "Okay, Lisandro Martinez is too small. He won't fit in the Premier." Did you see the impulsion on that guy?
Aerial
How
Martinez.
high he can jump?
Exactly.
He won like more than 80% of the aerial duels in the Premier League. In the Premier League, when you have more than 6 foot tall, more than 6'1", 1 m tall forwards. You have a small defender winning the aerial duels.
Small in physically, but big in heart.
That's
Lisandro
true.
Martinez.
And that's what United needs now. A player that connects with the fans as well. It's very, very important. A player that celebrates every tackle, every interception, just as like Diogo Dalot did. And I defended this last year, and when I said Van Bissaka should be benched, Diogo Dalot should be given the opportunity.
Yes.
And he's justifying it.
Ten Hag knows.
Both attacking-wise and defending-wise.
And
because
Malacia.
even attacking, he knows how to do those crosses. Come on. Diogo Dalot has an exceptional crossing ability.
I agree.
And that's crucial for a team like United.
And he's a safe right back. He doesn't compromise a lot at the back and knows when to go forward. And again, Malacia was paid 50 million to do just that. And that's why when I saw the Anthony and Casemiro, like Casemiro came out of nowhere. Like it was Frankie de Jong, Casemiro, boom. Like the rival too. Like how poetic. And Ronaldo seems to like Anthony a lot. And Casemiro, and I'm sure Lisandro. So Ronaldo in the middle of all this, he must be happy now to be in a team that is going upwards. But, well, I think January will have another answer, maybe. Another answer.
Yeah, let's talk. The Ronaldo topic will be the last one regarding Man United.
Yes.
So firstly, I'm going to talk about Anthony. Really interesting performance. First match, first goal against Arsenal.
Agreed.
He reminded me of a young Ronaldo doing those, those skills, those aerial skills without touching the ball. A little bit flair. But yeah, I think he might be clinical for United this season. I also defend that United should have snatched him earlier. It was difficult, but because we all know how much they paid Ajax to get Anthony. But I really think that it was a player that they needed to get to solidify their future plans.
And
okay?
Sancho's comfortable at the left, and Anthony at the right.
United need players for the moment and for the future.
I agree.
And Anthony is just a perfect fit. Okay?
And Anthony will always back Erik ten Hag too, just like Martinez. I feel like in that locker room, those people that upbeat that locker room will definitely be those two backing ten Hag.
But on the pitch, what I think Anthony can bring is flair, unpredictability, a final third decision. And I think that will be crucial for United this season. I'm really glad they ended up snatching Anthony, and I really think that he's going to make up to the 100 million that were spent this summer.
Big price.
Now, finishing with Ronaldo. I mean, I'm really disappointed because Ronaldo has been an icon for me and for millions of people around, maybe billions of people around the world.
Billions.
He is a legend, the greatest footballer ever, in my opinion. The greatest goal scorer ever. This is a fact. No way to go around
Champions League too.
Mr. Champions League himself. I mean, he's just the GOAT for me, okay? And the moments he has shown his clutchness were countless. If I was here stating all the moments that he came up clutch, I would be here all day.
Oh, Ronaldo, we just hope too in the World Cup he does that, man.
Yeah.
To end the beautiful memories, man. Okay.
But the thing is, he disappointed me a lot because he was a reference for me, not only footballing wise, he was a reference for me as a professional, as the way you should behave in the locker room. And
but
I'm not happy with the way he acted at United.
Okay.
I think he showed lack of respect for the fans and for the for the club itself. And no player can be bigger than a club as United. Okay, and that stands for everyone, and that's what Ten Hag stands for this season. The club is ahead of any individuality. Okay. If you don't like it, you're benched. And okay, Ronaldo didn't show up for the preseason. He's not ready. He goes to the bench. When he's ready, he will play. But the truth is,
that's what's going to happen. I agree.
When he comes on, he has been contributing positively, I think.
That Europa League game.
But that Europa League game was like a punch in the stomach, okay?
But he had moments that he scored, though. Like, I really do believe Ronaldo will prove himself.
A few years back, you wouldn't see Ronaldo missing the chances
I agree. The preseason, man. That lack of
Alex,
preseason.
Come on. He can be as fit as he wants, but age is unforgivable for everyone.
But do you think Ronaldo would be performing like this at Chelsea, though?
And that's what I was going to get to. Ronaldo tried to push his way out.
True.
Through several other teams, and this is true. This is a fact.
It's true.
Chelsea, Todd Boehly wanted Ronaldo. Tuchel didn't want Ronaldo, and that's why I'm not surprised that Tuchel was fired after a few bad results. Because Todd Boehly must have told him, okay, you want Aubameyang? I'll give you Aubameyang. But if you don't put the results, you're out.
And Ronaldo now.
Todd Boehly said, okay, I will sacrifice getting Ronaldo. I will give you what you want, but we cannot lose week in, week out.
True.
We should win every week.
I agree.
And that's why Tuchel was sacked.
I agree that the conversation must have been a lot like that, in my opinion, too. And yes, give your thoughts about Man United down below, community. And now I'm going to mention Chelsea, the last topic in the Premier League, okay? And some big shout-outs, too. We got to do some shout-outs, too. But with Chelsea, okay, Tuchel out, Graham Potter in, and Cucurella, okay, must be happy about that. And another player that I think must be happy is Pulisic. Pulisic was always playing as a wing-back with Tuchel, and now with Graham Potter, I wouldn't be surprised if he played a bigger role. And I want to give another shout-out to Todd Boehly with those contract extensions at Chelsea. Reece James has got a contract extension. Broja has got that contract extension. And I do believe Mason Mount is going to be getting a huge contract extension. So, and Declan Rice, I think he's coming to Chelsea in the next transfer window. So let's wait and see too with that.
Yeah, actually, I think that was another reason to get Tuchel sacked. I think Todd Boehly wanted to see Pulisic as a reference.
I agree.
At Chelsea, okay.
I agree. I agree.
We know Americans tend to be patriotic, and I'm sure that Todd Boehly wants to capture some of the American fan base.
And he got Gaga Slonina, the goalkeeper too. Great goalkeeper to watch. One of the best young goalkeepers out there. 18, okay? Watch him. He's unbelievable. He's got like more than 5 clean sheets definitely in the MLS.
But now I think Christian Pulisic is the center of the strategy to capture American fan base. And Tuchel was completely sidelining him. So Todd Boehly for sure wasn't happy with that. And that must have contributed as well.
And World Cup in the next 4 years in the US. So Todd Boehly must be thinking about capturing that US audience.
Yeah, Pulisic must get there as like Captain America, leading the rest of the squad.
I think that's going to be the case. No, I think that's going to. And Gaga can be starting for Chelsea.
He will be the head of the campaign. Come on. Home World Cup, we need to go all the way.
And I gotta say this, Todd Boehly, in his first transfer window, okay, in charge of Chelsea, he broke the record of a Premier League club in one window. He brought Koulibaly, Fofana, Cucurella, Sterling, Aubameyang, Zakaria, Carne Chukwuemeka, underrated, 18 years old, Casade from Inter, Wonderkid, that cost 15 million, and Gaga Slonina. So a lots of money spent, and Aubameyang is in. Okay, so Graham Potter ball with Aubameyang. What's gonna happen here? Will he get top 4 now? I don't think he's gonna get sacked, Graham Potter, if Chelsea don't get top 4.
Listen,
in my opinion.
Listen, Graham Potter is a very good coach. Nonetheless, I have my doubts because I have seen Graham Potter throughout the last years as a more defensive type of coach. Okay.
Well, great on the counter.
Yeah.
Great on the counter.
That's true. But we have seen Brighton parking the bus in many matches.
Because they have to.
They have to. That's true. But that's why I say I'm curious to see what he's gonna do in a team that needs to play a little bit more from the back.
And they got Fofana, they got Koulibaly, they have like at left wing back a player that Potter knows, Cucurella, Ben Chilwell too. I'm just curious to see who he brings in January too. I'd love Moises Caicedo to go to Chelsea. I think he fits the mold, and Mason Mount, Moises Caicedo, Cucurella too there, passing the ball to him. Chelsea, that is a great signing that I think would fit the bill. And after the World Cup, that Ecuador will go bold with Caicedo, I believe, okay? So that's just a prediction.
With this being said, do you think Chelsea will clinch the top 4 at the end of the season?
I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
You put Tottenham ahead of Chelsea.
I put Tottenham, and I think United must be talked more right now. Because I am seeing Martinez right now, and I'm shook with how they're playing. I'm shook, and I could see in January another signing at Man United at striker happening. And if that striker works out, like Mitrovic or Ivan Toney goes to Man United, and it works from January to the summer, Man United could get a top 4.
I can see Ronaldo moving in January to Chelsea.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I can imagine that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Honestly. Especially if Chelsea are still in the Champions League, okay? That's the question. That's the question, legitimately. But with Chelsea too, who do you think? Do you think who's gonna be the player of Graham Potter? So Pulisic?
I think he will start betting more on Pulisic, but he hasn't played constantly for a while, consistently. So I think it will take us some time for him to warm up and get to the levels that he once used to perform at.
A striker, man.
But I think Aubameyang still have a lot to give, and Aubameyang is currently the only true striker at the Chelsea
And Borja got that contract extension. Sterling too.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting. How do you think they will line up at the front? You think it's gonna be Sterling, Aubameyang, Pulisic?
Yes, I think that is a very reasonable logic to think that Graham Potter will play like that with Chelsea. I think that's if Rafinha had come to Chelsea, I think Rafinha would be the guy at the right. But Pulisic, I think it's fair, and I think Reece James and Mason Mount, as I said, I think they will be key players with Graham Potter. Just Koulibaly, man, too.
But I think that Graham Potter, we have seen him throughout the years. He really takes advantage of the fullbacks in the attack and in the transitions. So I think, as you said, Reece James and Cucurella might be very important to this Chelsea squad this year.
So put down below your thoughts about Chelsea and your bold predictions. And now, special shout-outs in the Prem. Who are we going to go for?
So I would really like to do a special shout-out to both Brentford and Fulham, who have been performing above expectations. Not above my expectations, because I predicted that Fulham would finish top 7, and I still think they're going to finish top 7. And I'm going to explain you why. Okay, 6 Premier League matches in. 3 of them were against top 6 clubs already. Arsenal, Man United, and Tottenham. No, was it Man United? Liverpool, sorry. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Tottenham, okay? Yes. And in all of them, they have put up a fight against them. Okay?
And who's the best player, you'd say, with Fulham? I'd give a shout-out to Mitrovic. 6 games and 6 goals.
And Alex, it's just crazy how he was able to score 43 goals in the championship last season in 44 matches. And this year, he's keeping the same average, but in the Prem. 6 matches, 6 goals. Unbelievable.
And shout out to Jerome Paulinho, okay? The top in tackles in the Premier League and one of the biggest bargains in the Premier League this season. 20 million. How cheap is that?
Get this, guys. 20 million for a guy who at his debut season is top at tackling, 17 tackles, more than anyone in the Premier League. He's
insane.
absolutely balling in his debut season. He's showing to be fearless, okay? And I really appreciate that in João Palhinha, one of his best attributes.
For the Sanch, no doubts.
Start him, come on. What's the doubt?
Starts him is bold, and we gotta talk about too in the future Portugal lineups. But yes, people, put down below your thoughts about the Premier League. And yes, sorry, Pedro.
I think you wanted to shout out one more player from Brentford, right?
Yes, Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney's been playing very good football. 6 games, 5 goals, 2 assists. And yes, I gotta say, if he wants a big move, like, that's what he's doing right now.
So, do you reckon that both Mitrovic and Ivan Toney are able to reach higher tiers? Or?
I think big clubs in Europe will be considering them out of the form they will be at in January. I think they will have more than maybe 10 Premier League goals both. So that has to be considered.
Who would you say that should snatch them up?
Well, United needs a striker. You know, that's what I gotta say.
Which one of them, Mitrovic or Ivan Toney?
I think Toney would fit more with Ten Hag. That's just, I think
yes,
Toney has been...
but I think Mitrovic would bring a quality to the United squad that it's a different type of player, you know?
Serbia's top goal scorer ever too. Mitrovic is mad underrated. So bring in Milinkovic-Savic.
Still young, 27 years old.
Gee, so bring in...
Still a lot to give him.
I agree. So yes, people, put down below your thoughts about the Premier League and anything we haven't mentioned. And thank you for being a part of the Boldest community, people.
Take care, guys.